Good
Good
morning, everyone.
everyone. For today, we're going to tackle about the metabolism and antioxidant.
So, first, we're going to discuss the metabolism of alcohol. Alcohol mechanism, although the liver is the main organ responsible for metabolizing ingested alcohol, stomach or gastric, ADH or alcohol dehydrogenase for reported to contribute to FPM or first pass metabolism. The relative contribution of the stomach and the liver to first pass metabolism, however, controversial, thus whereas FPM is contributed predominantly to the stomach. So oxidative, so this is the pathway of oxidative. So, oxidative pathway of alcohol mechanism, the enzyme alcohol dehydrogenase, cytochrome, and catalase all contribute to oxidative metabolism of alcohol. Present in the fluid of the cell or cytosol convert into a alcohol. And then this reaction involves an intermediate carrier of electron, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, or reduced by two electrons to from a NADH catalyst located in cell bodies called peroxisome. So, ang cell ga-locate sa peroxisome. And then, requires a hydrogen peroxide to oxidize alcohol. And then, present dominant in the cell microsome assume an important role in metabolizing ethanol to acetaldehyde at elevate ethanol. Con- Concentration as acetaldehyde is metabolized mainly by aldehyde dehydrogenase 2 in the mitochondria to form acetate and in NADH ROS reactive oxygen species. So the result is acetaldehyde adduct formation, increased ROS formation, and increase NADH or and NAD ratio. So next, non-oxidative pathway. The non-oxidative pathway is the alcohol is minimal, but its product may be pathologic and diagnostic relevance. Alcohol is non-oxidatively metabolized by at least two pathways, and one leads to the formation of molecule called fatty acid at ethyl ester. FAEE or FAAE means is fatty acid ethyl ester. From the reaction of alcohol with fatty acid, weak organic acid that play functional roles in the human. So human alcohol dehydrogenase. So the genes have several vitamins with differing levels of enzyme activity. So Km is a measurement used to describe the activity of an enzyme. It describes the concentration of the substance upon which an enzyme acts that permit half the maximal rate of reaction. And it is expressed the unit of concentration. So for the Vmax is a measurement of how fast naman siya an enzyme can act. It can express in unit of product formed per time. So sa genetic variation of ADH and ALDH, meaning is the alcohol dehydrogenase and aldehyde dehydrogenase. So the class 1 play a central role in alcohol metabolism. Variation in genes encoding the, the ADH and ALDH produce alcoholant acetaldehyde metabolizing enzyme that vary in activity. This genetic variability influences a person's susceptibility to developing alcoholism and alcohol-related tissue damage. So, meaning of ADH is a gene family encode enzyme that metabolize various substances, include ethanol. The activity of this enzyme varies across different organs. When the ethanol is present, when ethanol is present, the metabolism of other substances that ADH acts on may be inhibited, which may contribute ethanol-induced tissue damage. ALDH, several isozymes of ADH have been identified, but only the cytosolic ALDH1 and the mitochondria ALDH2 metabolize acetaldehyde. Next, so the aspect of alcohol metabolism. So for the variation of wave alcohol is absorption, distribution, and elimination contribute significantly to clinical condition observed after chronic alcohol cans are discussed in the article The Tissue Issue by Curtimont and Didon. ADH and ALDH isozyme activity also influence the prevalence of alcohol-induced tissue damage. Alcoholic cirrhosis is in reduced more than 70% of population carrying the ALDH2 allele. So for the this tissue injury, for the ethanol is non-oxidatively metabolized by two pathway, and a reaction catalyzed by enzyme fatty acid ester synthesized lead to formation molecules also known as FAES or fatty acid ethyl ester. A reaction with enzyme phospholipase, the result is formation of phospholipid known as phosphatidyl ethanol. Yan muna ang result ng formation sa phospholipid as phosphatidyl ethanol. So, alcohol facts. Accurate information about alcohol and alcohol problems is necessary for the public to get true picture what role alcohol plays in the health of public. The following facts are based upon the scientific wisdom of the center's faculty members. For most, there are scientific references available. For others, the facts are the result of cumulative knowledge in the areas of addiction science and pharmacology. So for the quotes is every day is a good day to practice balance, especially when it comes to drinking. This quote is about alcohol, will inspire you to think about your next drink and encourage you to close your tab maybe forever. So that's all for alcohol. For next is we're going to discuss about the mechanism of antioxidant.
Next is the mechanism of antioxidant. What is antioxidant? An antioxidant is a substance that at low concentrations delay or prevents oxidation of a substrate. Antioxidants compounds act through several chemical mechanisms. HAT is a hydrogen atom transfer, while SET is a single electron transfer, and the ability of chelate transition metals. Next, next is the type of antioxidant, mainly hydrophilic and hydrophobic. Hydrophilic is a material with a special affinity of water. Those it spread across maximum contract is hydrophilic. And while hydrophobic naman niya, those that are natural repel water causing droplets form. Antioxidant enzymes. First, catalase. Second, glutathione peroxidase. Third, glutathione reductase. Fourth, superoxide dismutase. First, catalase. Catalase is an enzyme that brings about the reaction by which hydrogen peroxide is decomposed to water and oxygen. Next is the glutathione peroxidase. While glutathione peroxidase, or GPX, is a cytosolic enzyme that catalyzes the reduction of hydrogen peroxide to water and oxygen as well as catalyzing the reduction. Next, third is glutathione reductase. Glutathione reductase, or GR, also known as glutathione disulfide reductase, or GSR, is an enzyme that in humans is encoded by the GSR gene. Next is the superoxide dismutase. Superoxide dismutase naman niya, or SOD, is an enzyme that alternately catalyzes the dismutation or partitioning of the superoxide radical into ordinary molecule oxygen and hydrogen peroxide. Next is the metals binding protein. First is the ceruloplasmin, second ferritin, third lactoferrin, fourth metallothionein, fifth transferrin, sixth hemoglobin, and seventh myoglobin. First is ceruloplasmin. Ceruloplasmin naman niya is a protein made in your liver. Means ang ceruloplasmin, protein made by the liver. Next, second is ferritin. Naman niya is a test reveals that your blood ferritin level is lower than normal. It indicates your body iron stores are low and your iron deficiency. Sa iron naman siya, ang ferritin. Lactoferrin. Lactoferrin is a protein found in cow milk. Sa cow milk naman siya ang makita ang lactoferrin. Next is the metallothionein. Metallothionein, or MT, is a family of cysteine rich. Low molecular weight, range siya sa 500 to 14,000 DA proteins. Next. Natumba pa. Next is transferrin. Ang transferrin naman niya is a blood plasma glycoprotein which plays a central role in iron metabolism and it's responsible for ferric iron delivery. Ang transferrin naman niya ga-function as the most critical ferric pole in the body. It transports iron through the blood to various tissues such as the liver, gapon, spleen, and bone marrow. Next is the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the protein molecule in red blood cells that carries oxygen from the lungs to the body tissues and returns carbon dioxide from the tissue back to the lungs. And last is myoglobin. Myoglobin naman niya is symbol MB or MB nga small letter nga B or B nga big letter. Is an iron and oxygen binding protein from the skeletal muscle, tissue, or vertebrates in the general and in almost all mammals. Next, next is the function of antioxidant. What are the functions of antioxidant? First, antioxidants such as vitamin C and vitamin E boost on our immune system. For example, subong nga mga pandemic, amo ni siya ang ginanid ginaton like vitamin C and vitamin E para mag-boost sa aton immune system nga ano ya bala ang COVID kay sa COVID down yung immune system. Next, certain phytochemicals have beneficial effect in our third, antioxidants lower the level of LDL cholesterol, thus preventing deposition in the blood vessels. It is beneficial in cancer prevention. Sa mga cancer ng mga mga tao, need man nila ang antioxidant. Antioxidants neutralize substance that can be damaged to genetic material by oxidation. Next. Next is free radicals. What are free radicals? Ang free radicals naman free radicals is like robbers which are deficient in energy. Free radicals attack and snatch energy from the other cells of satisfy themselves. Radicals are deficient some energy. Highly reactive molecular species with an unpaired electron persist only for very short duration of the order of 10 to 10 negative 9 to 10 negative 12 seconds. Collide with another molecule and either abstract or donate of an electron to have achieved stability. Next. Next is what you can see is the formation of free radicals. Amo ni siya ang free radicals. Ang free radicals, ang formation is a molecular with one electron in its outer shell is called the free radicals. Amo ni siya ang sagwa sang DNA. Free radicals are formed from molecules via the breakage of a chemical bond such that each fragment keeps one electron. By cleavage to give another radical and also via redox reaction. Ang redox reaction, amo ni siya ang redox. Redox reaction amo ni sa ang sa spectrum antibiotic. Next. Next is the free radicals and diseases. Amo ni siya ang mga diseases ang ara sa free radicals. First is the respiratory disease, destroy endothelium and cause lung edema. Second, cigarette smoke contains free radicals and promote the production of more free radicals. Ang sa smoking daw, amo ni siya ang causal sang diseases. Diabetes mellitus. Destruction of islets result in pathogenesis. Cataract. Male infertility. Reduced sperm mortality and viability. Aging process. Others nga free radicals nga disease, ara man siya ang Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, multiple sclerosis, liver cirrhosis. Next. Next. Next is what makes iodine a suitable antioxidant and complementary to other antioxidant system. First is the what makes iodine a suitable antioxidant. First, reaction with major oxidant or amo siyang H2O2, O2OH, O2 are very favorable kinetically and thermodynamically. Iodide compares well with established organic biological antioxidant. Iodine naman niya is the only halide with potential antioxidant properties. And last is confirmed in the heterogloss system. Ang iodine naman niya is when test sa respiratory burst in human blood. Complementary in other antioxidant system. First is iodine is an apoplastic antioxidant. Amo siya ang limited to the cell wall space. Next is ascorbate and glutathione are strictly intracellular. Amo naman siyang wala sa excreted or excuse. Data suggests that laminaria has fever and lower expression level or typically antioxidant enzymes that other eukaryotes. Next. Next is the facts about antioxidants. Ano naman siya ang mga facts ng antioxidants. Life never stops. First na siya. Second, vitamin C, vitamin A, and beta-carotene are all antioxidants that play an important role in promoting ocular health. Third, scientists believe that eating food containing antioxidant with vitamin C and E can reduce the risk of developing dementia by up to 50%. Next, quotes. The phytochemicals, antioxidants, and fiber all of the helpful components of plant foods originate in plants. And why should we go through an animal to get the benefits of the plant themselves? To consume unnecessary, unseemly, and unhealthy substances such as saturated fat, animal protein, lactose, and dietary cholesterol is to negate the benefits of the fibers, phytonutrients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that are prevalent and inherent in plant. And that is our last slides in our reporting.
So thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe.